Welcome to Paris after the storm. The Directory had fallen, and from its ruins rose a man with a plan. Napoleon Bonaparte now stood at the heart of power, but power must be made permanent.
He had won by audacity. Now he would govern with design. The consulate promised stability, but it also demanded obedience. He had won by audacity. Now he would govern with design. The consulate promised stability, but it also demanded obedience.
What is it they say now?
Within months, bread returned to the tables, roads mended, schools opened. France began to breathe again, and gratitude turned into support.
We must secure the northern flank before the Prussians
He
arrive.
surrounded himself with men
timing
who
is
understood
critical.
results more than rhetoric.
We shall attack
Talleyrand,
from the east
Berthier,
at dawn.
Fouché, instruments sharpened for the age to come. Napoleon, power is nothing without order. He promised
Citizens of the
equality
Republic,
before the law and
look
then
around
built
you.
it. The Napoleonic
This
Code
marble
would
city
outlive his
stands as a
banners and
testament.
reshape how men
Hear
lived
ye,
under the
hear
law.
ye. By order of the Senate, a new legal code is hereby proclaimed.
His reforms were not poetry. They were plumbing. Practical, efficient, unstoppable.
He courted
Your
knowledge
theories on the
and
organization of the
prestige.
state are compelling,
Build an
Professor.
empire.
Yet practice
He needed
demands swift
institutions
action.
that lasted beyond a single life.
Behind every public man is a private story. Josephine softened him. She reminded him of being human.
In a world of storms, she is my shelter.
But in the shadows,
Enemies plotted. Old regimes smelled danger and conspired to stop what they could not control. Britain would not bow. Austria would not forget. Russia watched. He faced rivals who measured time in centuries, not months. He rebuilt the army into a machine of merit, a force loyal to the state and the man who delivered victory. To sustain reform, he needed soldiers. To sustain soldiers, he needed victories. Every campaign begins with an idea. He would show Europe that no mountain could stop a determined republic. The Alps were not a barrier, they were a stage. Crossing the Alps became legend, a message to kings. The Republic advances on all fronts.
at Marengo, disaster dawned. Hours of suffering nearly snuffed his cause.
Courage, my children. At this hour, we decide France.
Infantry, advance! Cavalry,
From the brink
prepare
of
to
collapse
charge the left
came
flank.
victory. Marengo transformed peril into power, and him into providence. Upon return, Paris celebrated its delivery. The consulate's hold grew tighter, not by force alone,
The
but
France,
consent.
they are asking for a king.
He
I did not
needed
hear them
permanence.
ask for a king.
He sought approval from institutions as much as from soldiers, the church, the Senate, the people. He reconciled France with the church. Pragmatism stitched hearts back together and brought him a mantle of legitimacy. The Concordat was more than religion. It was reconciliation
We gather
that
today
steadied
to
a
rededicate
nation.
this institution to the service of the community. It is a moment of profound historical importance.
We are here today to celebrate the opening of this new school.
He remade the state, the prefecture system, the Bank of France, structures that outlived kings. Currency, law, and order. These were the pillars on which he would raise an empire.
This position is critical.
Hold it at all costs, Commander. The fate of the campaign rests on this maneuver.
Reward merit.
Good news from the
Punish
front, sir.
failure.
We've secured
The
the
state
western
must
pass.
be efficient and just.
Build the future! Build the nation!
Public monuments and works were not vanity. They were proof that the state could deliver. People noticed. Yet where light grows, shadows lengthen. Enemies plotted quietly, and
I trust you know
betrayal
what to do.
wore many faces.
Of course, my lord. It will be done. Of course.
Intelligence, intrigue, police. He learned to govern the secrets as well as the facts.
Abroad, he negotiated while he prepared. Treaties bought time. Armies bought borders.
This document now represents a new beginning for us all.
Naval supremacy eluded him. Nelson's shadow loomed. The sea remained England's domain. He compensated by mastering the land. Marshals moving like pieces on a continent-sized board. By decree and plebiscite, his authority hardened. The Republic had given him a life tenure, and with it, immense responsibility. He accepted power as duty, yet the crown continued to whisper in the corridors of time.
Gentlemen,
His
the future
legal
of France
legacy
rests
was
on the
his
clarity
claim
of this
to
document.
immortality,
It must be a
a
civil
code
code
that
for
promised
all Frenchmen,
equality,
not merely a
property,
collection of
and civil
precedents.
order. Culture, too, became a pillar.
perfectly
He
with the original
patronized
Palladian
arts to
principles.
fashion an
Yes, the
image
thermal
that would
windows
last
on the
beyond
terraces.
banners
This is
and
where
drums.
the main entrance will be.
I see.
But power demands sacrifice. Josephine's role shifted from partner to symbol, a cost he silently paid. We advance where they sleep complacent. Speed defeats numbers. He kept Europe on a treadmill of surprises. Small victories accrued into an unstoppable tide. Yet every conquest carved new enemies and stretched the state's limits.
Keep eyes up, Sector 1.
Movement on the third floor. Burnt out building.
Control
Copy.
bred
Push on.
resentment.
Stay sharp.
Conquest
You don't know what's
planted
out here.
seeds of rebellion
Contact.
that would bloom later in fire.
Get down.
My king would be disappointed.
Diplomacy became theater for power,
And my
smiles
people would be
masking the
disappointed
knife.
if their king were a coward.
Even as he championed the Republic, preparations whispered of a different destiny. One of pageantry
The final
and
stitch
permanence.
is always the most important. It holds everything together.
A name must shine to be remembered.
This is looking excellent, gentlemen. Continue the good work.
The people ate, sang, marched. Patriotism crowned his days. He had, by skill and show, remade national feeling. Yet in quiet hours, he felt the solitude of command. Greatness insulated him in a glass of intent. He had tempered chaos into law, forged armies into institutions, and steadied a shaken nation. The crown's shadow stretched toward him. The consul had become indispensable. Next, he would answer the call he had long felt in his bones. Like, share, and subscribe to RealTime Tales TV, where every legend is reborn, one true story at a time.